Well, good morning, and again, another good morning to each and every one of you from the beautiful island of Barbados. We were in a pretty good location a little while ago, trying to get the sort of like daybreak, because you don't get a sunrise down here in the west coast, as we know. However, I came over here today to show you the power of the west, but the swells are not as big as I had expected, or as half of the people that are down here had expected. But it's still a little nice surge, a nice little surfing break for us. We get a look at that a little further on down the beach. However, I just want to show you this full moon. I'm sure you may have seen it. Now, we had a really good location a few minutes ago. However, the mosquito fogging device actually ran us from out by where we were. If you saw something, it looked like a little bit of smoke earlier on. It was actually the fogging that was going on. So that's why we relocated. And we're just to the north end of Sandy Lane Bay itself. Or Sand Lane Beach. Some people want the term, not beach itself, Sand Lane Beach itself. But we're just before we get to the Club Barbados, which is just over there, but where you see that gentleman. Now, just bring you down here to show you how the conditions down here on the beach has changed, how the sand has shifted. Last time we came here, we walked on sand right down to those steps. As you can see, that's impossible, especially today. Although the tide is mid-tide right now, there is a surge that's going on with the swell. And therefore all of the beach is gone. Actually, that section there will probably be about waist deep at high tide, so you wouldn't be able to really get through there too easily if you have equipment with you, or if you don't want to get wet. But you can certainly get through there. It won't be a problem. We're not going to do that today, of course. Just beautiful, beautiful west coast of the island. Good morning to each and every one of you. I'm going to show you what Sandy Lane looks like, and as we're viewing that, I would like to say our Serenity prayer at this location. So those of you who'd like to join me, please do. Call others, we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Now, the plan this morning was to run a 4K along with this video as well. We haven't done any 4Ks on this bay. However, just too much things going on. Changed my mind, just decided to do our live and concentrate on our live vlog this morning. We'll do another 4K at some other stage again. That is not a problem. You know, we always cover the things wherever we can. However, today is just a day to breeze out, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to a beautiful Tuesday on the Rock. For those of you that are actually on the island right now, I know right now you're opening your eyes and having a look out. I know there's someone staying in Calawasha all right now is saying, Nick, you should be over here. The sun over here is beautiful. But we get back to Calawasha another day. I was trying to get some swells over here for you all to see, because I want to show you the famous Sandy Lane break that's just down there in the corner. I don't know if you can actually see the guys bobbing up and down. The resolution may not allow you to see that as yet. However, you're going in that general direction. This morning when I came here, I got down about 5:30. Just took my time coming on the road this morning, breezing. When I got down here, I saw about 20 vehicles parked up out by one Sandy Lane. That's where all the guys have to park to get to the surf break. I know they must come over the rough terrain by moonlight. I saw one of my real good friends, Elvis, better known as Trot to most surfers. He was down here from very early this morning. Told me that he's a little disappointed in the swell size. However, they're still being optimistic that the swell will come in today. Poor guys, these surfers have had it real hard over the last few months. All like now in January we would have had at least 2 or 3 really big west coast swells. However, nothing really pushing at the moment. We've had some surf, yes, but nothing really of any size or interest really. This is what we call a small surf. But you could see here the surge that we talk about on the west coast. This is just a little example of it here right now in front of you. Surge down here definitely this morning is heavy. If you're in the sea here now, it may look very easy for you. It looks beautiful conditions, everything looks placid and nice. But if you watch how high up this water is coming on this beach, and you see the angle of the beach, you will understand there's a lot of power with it. So as it rushes up this beach and this incline, as we will watch now with this wave, and it pulls back off, as you will see in a second. If you were in the shore break area there, you will be getting pulled out quite a bit. So you may find yourself out of depth quite quickly. So if you're not familiar with the West Coast, knowledgeable with these conditions down here, I would recommend that you do not swim on the West Coast today for sure. It looks beautiful. Everybody must be saying, Nicholas, what are you talking about? Look at the glassy, perfect conditions. But this swell can go from this to 2 to 3 times the size in a matter of a set or two. And that is what they're hoping for. They're hoping for about twice the size of this here. And that can happen, as I said, quite quickly on the west side. Beautiful, beautiful properties down here. We've talked with these quite a few times when we walk through here. This section here is cordoned off to leave the beach area around the wall for their guests. Okay, I'm not too sure how that would work at high tide, because this morning when I was coming down here, the water was actually up in that section. So you would have to get soaking wet to get around here for sure if you were walking the beach. I guess if you're walking the beach this morning, you're prepared to get wet anyhow. It's a beautiful morning. A lot more cruise ships in port this morning on the way down. I had 2 of them in already. And I see another one on the outside coming in as well. And then there's one that's been in Carlisle Bay for quite some time. I know my brother Hunt will come on, give us some information on that if he's on this morning. He likes to check his traffic, marine traffic, which is a chart that you will be able to check to see who is in, where ships are located all around the world actually. Very, very useful to have. Surge coming right up on the beach. This is another big surge here, as you can see. So you really don't want to be caught in that shore break unsuspectingly. If you know what to experience and you're prepared for it, that's fine. But if you get caught in there, you can see how it's just getting pulled straight back out. You can see the upper ripples pulling way back out again. So you will get swept from knee, waist deep, right back out into the deeps where it would be deeper than where you could stand for sure. I know many of you are swimmers, but this is the kind of stuff here that would be a challenge for a person who is not familiar with seawater swimming. Seawater swimming is not the same thing as a swimming pool, completely different. The currents, the tides, the rips, the undertows, numerous other conditions that would affect it and impact it will make it different. Peace and serenity, absolutely beautiful out here. Now when the west swell is coming and it's going to be really big, the sandy lane rafts are usually moved from that location. I see one still out at the moment. However, where that raft is right now, I guess you may be able to see that. If not, when we get a little closer, you'll see it. That is where the swells actually break when it is big sandy lane. That is not the kind of swell they're expecting now, but they are expecting a nice surf. So hopefully it will materialize for the guys, because they've had it really tough recently. The only swells they've really had were the ones that have been hitting the east coast, and they've been coming with lots of wind, very rough conditions. Not the kind of conditions you want when you're surfing Bashba or anything like that. Alright, now before you all start me, let me start myself. See great trees, absolutely beautifully done here. The hedge, just gorgeous. There's no question that they're lovely plants to have. We won't talk any further than that. Let's just leave it at the positives this morning. That especially as these are not bearing anything, so we don't have to discuss anything right now. Don't mind that bordering on the subject. I'm going to leave it alone for now. See how it goes. If you all start me, well, you know I'm ready for the challenge. Just a beautiful morning, but the power, many of you may never have seen down here even like this. Many of you have seen down here where it's just been calmly, gently slapping on the shore. This is not, as I said, any big surf or anything really notable, but you can see the power and you can see the difference, and you can see how it's coming up the beach quite easily. So it's quite a bit of power behind it this morning. Just beautiful. All the guys getting busy on Sandy Lane Beach itself, putting out all their beautiful beach chairs and pink umbrellas and pink cushions. Just lovely. You can see there are about 4, maybe 9 guys out in the water, 2 more paddling out. maybe 11, maybe a cool dozen in the water at the moment. And swells are really not coming through that often. I know the surfologist is making his way to Maycock's Bay. He told me about that. That is more north than here. We did Maycock's before. Didn't feel any mood to go down the cliffs and stuff this morning, as we've done it fairly recently, and I wasn't too sure. I was really hoping here would be a good surf for you to see. I remember the original Sandy Lane was here. I actually had been to it quite a few times, had a few meals there and stuff, but I have never been into the new one. The new one is, well, I say new, it's not that new, but I haven't been into the newer structure since they developed it. But I can only imagine the service that you would get in here, because I do know what Sandy Lane is known for. Impeccable service, friendly staff, all high end, of course, as you can appreciate. When you're coming to somewhere like this here, you would expect nothing less, of course. But you really shouldn't expect nothing less when you go on a vacation anyhow, because a vacation is supposed to offer you the best of service and the friendliest of people. Sometimes that is not the case, but there are some places like this here that you wouldn't get a problem. We're going to do a 360 here. We did one just now. We're still going to do another one because we're right in front of Sandy Lane itself. And I'll show you a little bit more as we go on further. You've noticed quite a few of the catchment grounds. Well, you'll see one from here for sure. Very easy to see at lower high tide. Just off of them, great snorkeling. I know a little further on in the whole town area, we have snorkeled the ones down there, and they're great sea life on them. Not like you would find maybe further north, but really good here. I understand if you are looking to snorkel though that you need to go to Haywood's Beach. I've spoken to quite a few people there. A lot of the grounds that have been laid offshore, they tell me, are heavily populated with fish, and all types of fish, very beautiful for snorkeling. So I will be doing that when my lady comes back, so no problem. I know that's gonna be fairly soon. We're talking about it. It's in the discussions. That is the preliminary stages, so we see how that goes. Oh, I know she's coming back anyhow, but as to the time from here, it's getting closer. Every day gets a little bit closer, one sleep less. Longing to bring her on to some of these vlogs with me, so you can get the perspective of someone that loves this island as though it's theirs. I know you all already feel that way anyhow, but it's nice to capture folks like that. Now, you all will probably know, so I'm not giving you any breaking news here, but tomorrow is general elections in Barbados, and tomorrow is also our off day. I'm happy to hear it's the off day, because I wasn't going to run a live vlog anyhow. However, I may, depending on how I feel, run something in high resolution for you, but it won't be coming up at 6 a.m. So please take off your alarms, get yourself a little sleep, and get yourself prepared for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. But the next 3 days on our schedule. Beautiful, beautiful place. I love the color of the umbrellas actually, and the chairs, the cushions, and the uniforms. Everything is just so gentle. A pretty color for sure. I don't know if you call it salmon or if you call it pink. I'm colorblind, so I'm allowed to call it as I see it, and then you all can correct me. I don't mind taking my licks for it, because I am most definitely colorblind. These are pinkishly salmon to me. Now you'll notice further on the beach, lots of rocks in the shore break. This is what we always talk about when we're down the west coast. If you're walking in this shore break here, and the swell comes in, and one of these rocks hit you across your ankle or across your instep, you know already how that's going to feel. So please be very wary when you see rocks on any of the beaches. Especially the west coast, be very wary of the tide that's coming in and bringing them in. You don't even have to have a big swell down here in the west coast to get hit good and hard by some of these rocks, because the beach is at a big angle, as you can see, and when the sand water is coming back off of the sand, it will bring the rocks down on you. But it's a good search here for you to see and appreciate how down here it gets. And as you can see in the distance, a few of the guys are taking off now. Swell conditions today, as I said, small. But guys are still having fun. But this is a good shore break here for you to see the power. Don't want to be caught in this here for sure. Not unless you know what you're doing and you're intentionally doing it. I've seen a couple of guys, I know a couple of guys, and I've done it once in a blue moon, and that was to take the right here. But like the paradise right that we talked about the other day, if you go left on that one, you're going to go onto a shallow reef. Same thing here. If you go right on these waves here, you're going onto a very, very shallow reef. It can be surf, but not many people go onto that section going right for sure. Now the main raft itself, I think that there are two rafts that are here normally. I'll explain to you a little more about that. I'm sure that you all have already been on some of the vlogs with me, but for those that have not, I will let you know. We have two properties here, all the ones in pink, all the guys. Morning to everyone. All the guys here that are working this morning, all the umbrellas, everything here is for Sandy Lane Hotel itself. How are you going, my brother? Good to see you again, man. And their water sports facility. And then this is the property owners, the villas of Sandy Lane, and their guests or people that rent those villas. They have this property here that's in green, sorry, in blue. Jeez, I've been really off on the color for sure. And this is a defined border between the two of these. If you are a villa owner or renter in Sandy Lane, you have access to these facilities here. This is their beach facility. However, you can't use the Sandy Lane Hotel. They're two separate entities. The entrance is through Sandy Lane. However, you work your way towards the south when you come in and you come down to here. Now, years ago when I used to surf here in the beginning, we used to be able to drive right down in here by the beach club and utilize down in here, but that has been stopped a long time ago with the development of the new hotel especially. Down here is quite lovely when it all opens up on a day. Likewise with the rafts, we talked about it just now. We mentioned two rafts. There are two rafts out here. There's one that's usually colored with a blue base, which is for the property owners, and then there's the one with the pink base that is for the hotel itself, and both are usually moored just in this general area here. As you can appreciate, there is a good swell. If this swell does get up, they're going to have to move that raft for sure, or it will get popped away from its buoys, definitely. A lot of guys, small surf, nothing really that great right now at all. But the guys are still having a good time. They're all being optimistic, as I said. There is a prediction of a nice swell, to say 5 feet, 2.1 meters is what, or 2.2 meters are projecting this morning. And that is supposed to turn in around 6 or 7 o'clock, coming in with a better north direction that would be better suited out here. But I guess we'll wait and see how that goes. If it gets really big and nice over in the east coast, well, you know where we'll be venturing. I know you know where you might see a high resolution video from tomorrow. Remember, when I put up a high resolution video, I'm going to be sending it through all the filters, etc, etc. So anything that I take around 6 o'clock will probably not be up till mid-afternoon, so be prepared for that. If it does go up, it won't be till mid or late afternoon. But I will put up some photos in the morning that I've been collecting for you, of course. Just anything to bring the family together. I just like to make a post, you know, over the last few weeks. We've been doing so on our off days, and that's because, you know, the care team have been telling me, Nick, you know, everyone just loves to get together. So we just put up a picture, even if we're not doing a live vlog. Something, just so everyone can greet each other with a good morning. Now, you really want to see here when the conditions are good. Out here is one of the best barrels that you can find anywhere on the island. It breaks from where these guys are, and it will go way down inside of this bay, all the way down into about Center Bay there, where you would cut out. And you're only cutting out because if it was a massive close-out shore break that will come through maybe about 10-12 yards off of the beach itself from where the sand is right now. I'm going to give you another 360 because we're right in front of a different location. Let you have a look at this scenic one. Anyhow, I'm going to go quiet for a couple of seconds. Here we go. Morning, gentlemen. More surfers coming. Yes, we didn't quite make it 360, but don't mind. Again, I do a little talking here now. So folks, this is what we're going to be seeing today. We're not be doing too much more of this here. I don't want to go up into the guys because some guys are a little bit camera conscious sometimes. So I don't really want to go right up in the area, but this is where you would hang out up in this corner here. If you're coming to surf Sand Lane, as you can see, 5 more people on the beach getting ready to go off. 2 more standing up with their boards there right now. So here it could be a little bit hectic later. Let's call it a rat race for today. But these swells, if they do get up, will be perfect out here. The guys will get lots and lots of rides. Thank you very much for joining the EMC care team and myself this morning, along with our munchkins. Munchkins, as you all know, devious, handsome, young, fresh, courteous, kind and caring. But don't leave your food around, because they'll eat it without any thought of it at all. Our care team, on the other hand, they will try and protect your food. They will hide it from those munchers all day if necessary. And they'll try and make sure and cook enough for you. But don't get fooled, because our baker chef, he's also one of the munchkins. And he likes to cook for himself. He'll bring it, give it to you, and then eat it himself. And you know, everyone have a great day off tomorrow. I know that some of you all are celebrating, especially the care team, and also some of you as well, because a lot of you are making every morning that we have vlogs. And I know how hard it is to get early on the morning. However, we're trying to bring you the peace and happiness to start your day. I tell everyone, if you want to start your day in peace, surrounded in love, surrounded in care, surrounded in happiness, and surrounded in joy, you come and join the EMC gathering, because myself, my team, all of our individual members are going to make sure they're going to give you a day that's going to start you right for no matter what challenges are coming your way. And we like to start with Serenity prayer, because that's what it's all about. It's about going forward in peace, about bringing happiness to everyone, and understanding what our roles are in life, and what we can control and what we cannot control, and what we should leave alone and what we should try to do better. From me to you all, I ask you all just to be loving, to be kind and caring to everyone around you. I know some of you are seeing a lot more white right now this morning than you would like to see. However, that's a part of nature. And remember, there's beauty all around us. I saw some photos yesterday of up there, up north, with, I thought, lots and lots of snow. And to be honest with you, beautiful to me. I know it's a little difficult with the conditions and the shoveling and everything else that goes on with it, but you can take a time out, come and have a look at one of our vlogs, and then go and challenge it all over again. Have a great day, everyone. Remember, just do the best you can absolutely do. Clean slates today, people. We're starting fresh, starting from right now going forward. So let us all try to do the best we can. Let us all try and minimize the forgiveness that we need to ask God for tonight. There's a nice little set coming through, so I will keep quiet and let you enjoy this a little bit more. And you can see why you don't want to get caught in this shore break. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all. Greetings from Barbados. I am the Bajan Warrior. I'm a part of the care team, the EMC care team. And all of us in here right now are the EMC family. And any of you all that are new, that have never been on here before, that find yourselves, you can't comment, you either have to be a friend of a friend that's online, or you have to be one of our friends. So please send your friend request if this is what you would like to see. Remember, you can look us up on YouTube. We have, I think it was 711 vlogs the last time we looked up there. It'll be 712 today. Plenty to see about Barbados, plenty of beauty to be seen, plenty of new areas to see and explore. Have a fantastic time. Love you all. Take care, and I'm going to leave you with a view, just watching the guys surfing or sitting in the water, whichever, just so you can say goodbye to everyone and all your friends. See you all later, and thanks for joining us this morning.